season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
Now the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
They're hoping to get rid of that interception bug.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 99 yards.
And the
Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And the Packers pick it up. The 40, the 20. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This will be fielded inside the 5. Here comes Raheem Mostert and the Miami offense.
He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Our game here, the first of 3 on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. And remember, you got 2 more after this. We're followed here by the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles, and then tonight a good one out in the desert, the Bucs and Cards from Glendale. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. Nice pickup of 17 yards.
That's a play that will be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Now a first down carry by Jones. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down. To throw is Rodgers.
Right side to Watson. And they're going to move it down the inside the 25.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now Rodgers.
And complete once again to Watson. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
On second down, it's Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. To throw, it's Rodgers. That is caught.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Jones, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Jones again, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. A second juke. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. 2nd and 5 now. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
On play action, here's Tua.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that is incomplete. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And it's a fumble. And this is going to be Packer football.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Rodgers going to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is off the side of his foot. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Throwing is Rodgers.
Completes it again to Doubs. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Here's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Now it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Miami set to take over. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tua going to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Tua, throw left side, taken in by Hill.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Tua now on 1st down.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Back to the running game with Mostert. Devontae Wyatt there for the stop.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tua sets up to pass it. That's complete to his running back, Wilson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Going for it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Sanders' kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw is Rodgers.
He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Packers at 9-5 now on the year. They were the last time. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
A complete once again to Watson. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Rodgers now on first down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. Incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Aaron Jones.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. They'll run the draw with Mostert.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. To throw on 2nd and 6.
Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
He'll hit Mostert again here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
From the 45 on second down. Tua getting this out to the flat. Mostert. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though.
As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy holidays to you all at home as we take you around the NFL on this 25th day of December. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first two quarters. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Now Rodgers able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers now to throw.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. An inside give to Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down. Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
That's taken in by Watson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Up the middle, Jones. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is incomplete.
Beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Garabay's kick is good, and the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Well, with 3 weeks left, they are in one of those 3 wild card spots, Charles, but that spot is not clinched, and there's not a ton of breathing room for them, so the bottom line, they just need to focus on winning right now.
Yeah, they totally have their eyes open, don't they? They know they've got teams trying to run them down. They can hear their footsteps. The question coaches ask guys in the locker room, do you have another gear left to pull away and lock in that playoff spot? If so, let's hit it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Tua going to throw.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Another catch there for Waddle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Caught, it's Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Tua to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, when you're losing, any points you see going to your favor, you're happy to take them.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Now it's Rodgers.
That's complete to Lazard.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown.
Christian Watson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Here's Tua. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Ready? 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 51 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Jones into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Rodgers going to throw. The quick fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Dolphins have got it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Throw left side, take. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And again, it's Tagovailoa.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Tua now on 1st down. Caught by Wilson.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. On 2nd down, Mostert.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Jalen Phillips, the edge man, on the tackle.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
And this returnable for Hill.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And it'll be Dolphin football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Tua. And his throw here's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for Green Bay, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.